What it do, YouTubers? Nestinator1 back with a commentary for the BlackxWorm series. What's up to all my haters out there that I'm sure are going to watch this? Go ahead and go crazy on that dislike button. That's all you got on my channel. Remember, I don't accept any hate mail or hate comments, I should say, on the channel. You guys are scrubs. Deal with it. So, again, this is another part of the Worm series. This will be the last, and the BlackxWorm campers getting owned. I'm going to go ahead and develop a new series after this, and I'll go into more detail about that in just a second. I just wanted to describe this match. Again, this is a match we played on Kill Confirmed, and these guys here are some obvious worm campers. They love this room here, I guess, because it only has one entrance, and then that window back there, they don't think you can get to them there. And of course, here is our team. This is the AOVI Elite, and we're going to go ahead and kick into it with Valid first. Valid goes, once we figured out these guys were going to do the BlackxWorm camping, of course, we don't really know that until we start playing, and then once we figure out, oh, they're all hiding in the room with riot shields, we all get excited, really, and then we break out our BlackxWorm classes. Everybody has a different class for it on our team. Some of us are still rushers, and the other ones are engineers that take their equipment apart while the other team members rush in. So we have a planned strategy for them. They're actually really fun to play because as you can see with Valid here, they close themselves off from the entire map pretty much, and they just put themselves in this little section of the map. And for us, that's easier than running around and trying to find these guys. We know, okay, they're over there, and they're going to stay over there. In this case, though, you will see them bounce from room to room on Yemen. I think they camped in just about every room they could. After we push them out, they would go to a different room, and then we push them out, and they go to a different room. So you'll really see the evolution of the gameplay here of these kind of mindset, the mindset of these players. Valid, his job was easy in the beginning. We just have him bounce around the other side of the map where the other teams will spawn after we do kill them from the room that they're camping in. And that's a good strategy to have against these type of players, because once you start killing them off, they really put themselves at a disadvantage because all their team members are huddled into a room, and then there's only one or two of them running around the map. And if you have a couple of your players running around the map, then they're sorely outnumbered. So go ahead and try that tactic if you ever get into these conflicts with a team of your own against some BlackxWorm campers. So you can see here he bounces around and cleans up the mess as we go ahead and keep those guys suppressed in the room that they're camping in. I also want to break into that with importance of score streaks when you play these type of players. Score streaks are really important when you play BlackxWorm campers. If you can use the right score streaks, you can really disable them even more. Usually these guys don't carry around EMPs. They don't carry around any kind of stuff besides their BlackxWorm stuff, and their class setups, I'm sure, are very limited. So what you should do is in these levels, go ahead and rock Guardian, Sentry Gun, stuff like that. As you can see here, Valid gets an AGR. The AGR is perfect to go into rooms and really clear out the room of any campers in there, and you're about to see that right here, right now. He drops the AGR. We tell him they're still in the room. He goes over there and really clears it out, and then he goes, he does a little AGR. We call it the Doomsday Dance with the little AGR buddy here, and you can see here he's about to go in. Oh, and he clears it all out. Oh, base dead, whatever the fuck that scrub says. But anyway, these guys, look at that guy blowing themselves up and stuff like that. They're just pathetic. So he runs through, clears them out, comes in, team, follows it in, and then we get the little Doomsday Dance. Holla if you hear your boy. Alright, so score streaks again. And then, of course, if you go on Plaza or Carrier or something like that, you want to use Lightning Strike, Hellstorm, stuff, aerial attacks. Lightning Strikes are really good for worm campers, especially like on slums too. Those are good aerial attack maps. Again, Guardian, Sentry Gun, AGRs, stuff that will push them out of the room or keep them out of the room, keep them off rooftops. You can segment your own side of the map if you want, and just really keep them pinned down to a certain area of the map. And that's what they do. It's a very stupid tactic because you pin yourself down in a certain part of the map, and you don't give yourself many avenues to flank or to try to even surprise the other team, because you're just hiding in a room like this that you see right here. And it's just like, okay, we know where you're at now. It's just us bombarding you with whatever we can. And again, if you use, or you should use black hats, and you'll see, look at that. Equipment gets broken, trophy systems get hacked, and then we just bombard them with grenades and stuff. So they better have a flak jacket on, because a lot of these guys like to use hardline. And hey, if you want to use hardline, you think you're going to go ahead and get score streaks against us, that's fine, because then we just, and then you can see here, Eaterlokes, he's actually not part of the AOVI clan. He's part of TDMR. It's an alliance clan that we were with. Shout out to Isaac and them and Peakroy. Basically, he's showing you there that you can take angles on these guys in rooms, snipe them, and he really complimented the team on this one. It was a really good run for us. And then another thing about when you play guys like this is you got to really, people come with comments like, "Oh, you camped, you beat them by camping." Well, guess what? We're smart enough to change up our style when it calls for it. We're not going to just sit there. We're rushers. We're good rushers. We're not talentless rushers that just keep rushing you and going into your shields. And like you see on the BlackxWorm videos, the scrubs just keep running into them and running into them. And hey, that's not us. You noob, you got to understand that we know what the hell we're doing. We're skilled players. We sit there. We take our time if we need to. We'll be patient. We'll close off certain areas of the map. Well, it's basically outsmarting these people. And you look at that boy get wall banged right there. Oh, that was dirty. Anyway, so you gotta have patience in these maps. You really do. You have to be patient. You have to let things kind of develop as they go. Don't try to overly exert yourself and do too much. Just slow it down a little bit. And yes, if you have to push them out of somewhere, like a rooftop on Plaza, and then camp yourself up there so they don't go back up there, then so be it. If you got to change up your style for that game, then that's the case. This guy kills me by putting a claymore right there. I'm pretty sure that I guess there's a way you can sneak in there from that way, but I don't think I would have put it there. I would have put it in the front. Anyway, patience is key. So make sure that when you play people like this, don't get upset. Don't just keep running into their shields. Try to close off the area around them and just bounce around that area and kill them. And don't just run in there and die needlessly. Um, so use camping against camping if you have to. The next series of videos I'm going to go ahead and cover with you that we're going to be posting on our channel is going to be, in a sense, reverse trolling. And for the person who developed trolling, I would really like to slap you because I don't understand this whole YouTube thing. I call it NoobTube because it seems like the noobs are taking over. It's very rare that you find good channels out there. I give props to all the good channels out there. I like, Ali A is good. He's got good stuff. He's a good player. Drifter, like I said before, Optic Nade and All Optic Clan. Envious, all of those people out there that have true skill in the game that don't just sit there and complain about the game. And you play the game. Yes, the game is not perfect. I don't think any Black Ops game is ever going to be perfect, but it doesn't sit there and make any sense to just keep complaining about Treyarch and Vondahar and oh, this game's awful. But yet you sit there and play it, and it's like you go to a restaurant, you complain about the food, but yet you keep eating it. You're not making any fucking sense. Obviously, this game has its bugs and issues that I wish were different. Um, but I'm not going to sit here and just gripe about the game the whole time and be like, "Oh, this game fucking sucks. This game fucking sucks." It just doesn't make any sense. I don't want to hear people complain about that stuff. I think it's pretty, redundant for one, and just stupid for the other. Like that El Presador guy, I know he has a lot of followers, and he sits there and he tells people to spam other people's email. The guy's an older gentleman. I'm an older gentleman, but I just don't understand the sense in that. Like, grow the fuck up. And you just sit there and you complain the whole time. Like every time he dies, he complains, and he sits there and he says, "Oh, I should have shot that guy." And if you clearly watch, the guy hip fires and misses the guy, and he doesn't aim that well, and it's just like, no, you actually missed him. And it just kills me that these players get all these viewers and all these likes, and all they sit there and do is complain about the game, and they keep playing it though, and they must not be that good at it. But I don't know. That's just not going to be what you see here. I'd rather talk more about players and their play style and that kind of stuff because this stuff right here is just pathetic. I hope the next Call of Duty doesn't have riot shields or trophy systems or any of that crap, and this whole worming thing can just kind of come down to a standstill until I guess maybe hopefully the next Black Ops 3 that comes out doesn't have this either. But I'm sure it probably will because it seems like Treyarch does kind of cater to this a little bit more than the Activision people. Watch this right here. This is classic. Another bouncing Betty set down by a wormer that blows up in his face. Like, it's just it just explains everything. It's awesome. That's their whole play style. Just it blows up in their face when they play good players. Anyway, so the worm series that I'll be coming out with, or the camper series, whatever you want to call it, is going to be reverse trolling. It's going to be trolling the trolls of BlackxWorm Nation, and it's basically just going to be us beating these players, and we're going to try to make fun of them a little bit, try to do funny things when we play them, and that includes, you know, score streaks, doing the doomsday dance with the AGR, or, you know, trapping them in a room or something like that. It should be a fun series. So keep a lookout for that. We'll be coming up with that soon. You know, these guys are not too hard to find on TDM and Kill Confirm these days. Sometimes we'll find a straggler one, but then they'll usually rage out. Oh, and that reminds me, you will see in this game here, all you BlackxWorm guys out there, you are rage quitters, and BlackxWorm included. He's even said it in one of his videos. That's a pussy shit to do, but anyway, these guys rage quit out of the game. They just look at this guy get sniped from just angles, pow. Anyway, so yeah, they do rage quit, and you will see that towards the end of the game when we start teabagging them and stuff. And we didn't even actually get to finish this game. This game, it ended early. I think it was 83 or 84 we reached. And it was just, you know, like I said, it's because we were being patient. We weren't overly exerting ourselves to kill them if they wanted to sit in the room. There was some points we would just let them sit there too. And we're going to be doing that in the reverse trolling series, just showing how these guys will literally sit there and not move if they don't see anybody. I mean, every now and then one guy will poke his head out and we'll either snipe him or, of course, kill him. And just, hey, if you want to lock yourself in a room, by all means, take that teabag right there. Take it. You know, do it. So that's going to be the next series. We're going to go ahead and release. It should be better than anything those scrubs out there are posting. It's funny too because you look at the BlackxWorm videos these days. I do go to his site. I do watch some of his videos, and the reason I watch him is not because he's entertaining, because I think he's highly annoying. It's just because I want to make sure that I know any of these tactics these scrubs are going to use, what rooms they're going to hide in, how they're going to hide in them. You know, because they get all their ideas from this guy. So I mean, hey, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So I'll know this guy's style of play and what he's doing and what the latest tricks and tips he's trying to give these scrubs. And then when we play them, you know, we already know. So anyway, this guy is now posting videos. If you watch some of his, you know, his videos nowadays, when he first started off, he was all about TDM and kill confirmed. What happened there, Wormy? All I see you doing is free for all, and that's because everybody's disorganized and there's no team unity. Probably because every time he goes to TDM or kill confirmed, he's getting his ass whipped these days because we're giving tips out like this for people to know how to beat him. And you know, hey, players are getting smarter and smarter. These players obviously don't evolve, so they're just going to get worse and worse. So all of his clips nowadays are free for all, or he does his little knife things that he tries to do, where he tries to run around with a knife now, and it just shows you he's running out of material himself because it's boring. Why? Because it's fucking boring. You're sitting in a room and you're just laying on the floor, or you're behind a shield and you're just standing there. Like, if that's you know your thing of trolling, like back to what I said about this whole trolling thing, you guys are pathetic. Because if that is trolling, then you're pretty much the troll because you're the one getting owned, getting beaten. And I don't understand the sense, and forgive me here, the video messes up a little bit. Yeah, I just don't see the point in it. I've been, you know, people say we're getting trolled because I'm talking shit, and or you know I sound mad or something like that. It's like, no, you have to lose to be mad, and you have to be bad at the game to be mad. So, in a sense, I'm not mad. You know, it's just weird that you guys think now that you suck at the game, the only thing that can kind of help you through it is to go around and try to piss people off, which in itself is pretty pathetic. So, hey, you know, this whole trolling thing, it's something that if you can't beat them, join them. But I'm going to do it as a reverse trolling for the people that out there that think that, you know, oh, they're clever by trolling, or, you know, it's a cool thing. Well, I'm going to show you that you actually look like an idiot and that it doesn't help your skill level. It doesn't do anything for you. I mean, if you're good at the game and you're trolling and you're posting videos of that, then hey, whatever. But the whole thing about trying to piss off better players, and you know, that doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense at all. But it never will, and those people will never make sense to me. So, again, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As you can see at the end here, these dudes did rage quit. On to the next series. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and this is Nestinator. Everybody take care of themselves. Peace out.